fearless, impactful, genuine.
Extremely humble and unassuming and gracious.
I don't know what her secret is, but she looks the same at 98 that she did at 48 when I first knew her. Got seemingly just as much energy. In fact, she still wears about a 2-inch heel every time I've seen her.
Grandma's really, really badass.
For decades, the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra Talent Development Program has opened doors for young Black and Latinx musicians, planting seeds of change within the classical music ecosystem. And it all started with one woman who refused to take no for an answer, Mrs. Azira G. Hill.
Atlanta Life Insurance Building was on Auburn Avenue, and I was with Martin Luther King in the next block. And we started bumping into each other going into the bank. And that's where I met the Hills. She and Jesse didn't look like they fit until you saw them alone. When you saw them alone, you realized what a domineering force she was.
As an Atlanta Symphony Orchestra volunteer at the time, Mrs. Hill noticed that the audience and the musicians on stage didn't really represent the city's diversity, and she saw an opportunity to change that.
Well, the mission was to try to increase the participation and they would reflect the population. When you see music played by a Black person, you want to do what they are doing because they are, examples and inspiration.
This was pioneering work and really helped them forge careers that focus so much on excellence and diversity in classical music.
After years of preparation, the Talent Development Program welcomed its first class of high school musicians in 1993.
The program initially started with supporting 10 students within Atlanta Public Schools, and we've been able to expand and support more students, up to 25 each year, all over the metro Atlanta area.
Graduates of the program have gone on to attend top music schools. They've performed in some of the country's most revered orchestra halls, as well as some of the smallest.
Being around other musicians of color allowed myself and many of my peers to feel like we had a community of support. It was a great opportunity for fellowship and for community building and friendship.
Today, the TDP is one of the country's longest running and most recognized musical education diversity programs.
That care, the commitment to excellence, that utmost display of artistic merit through the lens of diversity is what I think made TDP stand out then and what I think still continues to distinguish it from so many other deserving programs in the country.
It's really inspiring to see that the conversation that TDP had so many years ago is being held in various organizations across this country.
The TDP's influence echoes far beyond Atlanta. But for Mrs. Hill, the real gift is nurturing talent that may have otherwise gone unheard.
Mark and I are two of her 6 grandchildren, but all of these TDP children, almost like ancillary grandchildren for her in the way that she lights up about them and their work and their journey.
She has so much pride in what they've done, and it's very genuine and it's very real, and she shares that joy with us.
We were there to nurture them. That's the reward. That's the reward. Even if they don't say anything and you see the progress, you see the accomplishments. That, to me, is my accomplishment as well.
Mrs. Hill, we honor your accomplishments. We celebrate your impact. And on behalf of the ASO, the board, and each TDP fellow, past, present, and future, we'd like to tell you,
thank you, a million times over.
Mrs. Hill, thank you for all the work that you're doing.
For all that you've done for myself and countless other students in the program.
For your courage. Thank you for your vision.
It's so inspiring to see you still up and at 'em, ready to support our students in any form or fashion, ready to support the program or organization, still being impactful in the community to this very day.
Mrs. Azira Hill knows that I have been in love with her ever since I met her, and that she and her husband have adopted me, and I give them more credit than almost anybody else for holding Atlanta together and moving it forward as one international family.
To my mother, Azira Gonzalez Hill, your family joins the Symphony of Voices thanking you for your fierce determination in your work for the ASO Talent Development Program. Thank you for every beautiful note of music that would not have been in the world without you. And although your 4-foot 10-inch frame is quite petite, you are one of the giants on whose shoulders many stand. And we want you to know that you are admired, you are appreciated, and you are loved.
Congratulations.
We love you.
I'm so proud of you.
I love you.
Love you, Grandma.
Love you.